Chapter 1. Los Angeles. Carson was sorting through the usual boring bills and circulars in the mail when her fingers paused at the thick écru envelope with Miss Carson Muir written in a familiar blue script. She clutched the envelope tight, and her heart pumped fast as she scurried up the hot cement steps back to her apartment. The air conditioning was broken, so only scarce puffs of breeze that carried noise and dirt from the traffic wafted through the open windows. It was a tiny apartment in a 2-story stucco building near Los Angeles, but it was close to the ocean and the rent was affordable, so Carson had stayed for 3 years, longer than she'd ever lived in any other apartment. Carson carelessly tossed the other mail onto the glass cocktail table, stretched her long limbs out on the nubby brown sofa, then slid her finger along the envelope's seal. Waves of anticipation crested in her bloodstream as she slowly pulled out the navy-trimmed, creamy stationery card. Immediately, she caught a whiff of perfume, soft sweet spices and orange flowers, and closing her eyes, she saw the Atlantic Ocean, not the Pacific, and the white wooden house on pilings surrounded by palms and ancient oaks. A smile played on her lips. It was so like her grandmother to spray her letters with scent, so old world, so southern. Carson nestled deeper in the cushions and relished each word of the letter. When she finished, she looked up and stared in a daze at the motes of dust floating in a shaft of sunlight. The letter was an invitation. Was it possible? In that moment, Carson could have leaped to her feet and twirled on her toes, sending her long braid flying like that of the little girl in her memories. Mamaw was inviting her to Sullivan's Island, a summer at Seabreeze, 3 whole rent-free months by the sea. Mama always had the best timing, she thought, picturing the tall, elegant woman with hair the color of sand and a smile as sultry as a low-country sunset. It had been a horrid winter of endings. The television series Carson had been working on had been canceled without warning after a 3-year run. Her cash flow was almost gone, and she was just trying to figure out how she could make next month's rent. For months, she'd been